Inshallah, in today's class, we are going to do questions on some other functions. Here you see here on the board we are having unit step function. Unit step function. Its definition is we define u of t minus a. U of t minus a. Its value is 1 if t is greater than 1. U of t minus a. Its value is 1 if t is greater than a, and its value is 0 if t is less than a. If t is less than a. Suppose you see here we take t on the x-axis and unit function on the y-axis. So if the value of t is greater than a, unit function is 1. If the value of t is greater than 1, the unit function is 1. If the value of t is less than 1, the unit function will be 0. Unit function will be 0. Same in the particular case, if you see a equals to 0, if you put a equals to 0, then it will become u of t equals to 1 if t is greater than 0, u of t equals to 1 if t is greater than 0, and u of t equals to 0 if t is less than 1. With this, we are going to have second shifting theorem. Now see here what we are having second shifting theorem. If Laplace of f of t equals to f of a, f of s, if Laplace of f of t equals to f of s, then the second shifting is Laplace of, in place of t, t minus a into unit function. Laplace of f of t minus a into unit function. Its formula will be e to the power of minus as. This we have to add e to the power of minus as. In f of s, we have to multiply e power minus as. In to f of s, we have to multiply e power minus as in the second shifting. So Laplace of f of t minus a into unit function u of t minus a equals to e to the power of minus as, e to the power of minus as into f of s. In the same way, when we see inverse, whenever there is a question in inverse, we are having like this e power minus as into f of s, e power minus as into f of s. Then we have to use the inverse Laplace. Inverse of second shifting is inverse of e power minus as into f of s equals to f of t minus a, f of t minus a into u of t minus a, where Laplace inverse of f of s equals to t. Laplace inverse of f of s equals to t. Laplace inverse of f of s equals to f of t, f of t, f of t. So you practice this, okay, paperize this formulas, understand these formulas first, then let me do the questions based on this concept. Now see here, the questions are there, few questions are there. How can we understand that we have to use second shifting? Whenever we see unit function u of t minus 1, u of t minus pi, u of t minus 2, whenever we see the unit function multiplied with some function, then it is said, we can understand that the question is based on second principle, second shifting. How to start? You see here, just we have to take this t as f of t. Let you remove this one. Let f of t equals to t square. T square, f of t equals to t square. Now you find the Laplace of f of t. Laplace of f of t. What is the formula of t power n? N t power, Laplace of t power n is n factorial by s power n plus 1. So this will become n factorial. N Laplace of f of t is Laplace of t square equals to n factorial means 2 factorial by s power n plus 1 means 2 plus 1. 2 factorial is 2 by s cube. Let me denote this by let capital F of s is 2 by s cube. So now next step, when we use second shifting, what is second shifting? Second shifting formula is Laplace of, what is the formula we are having? F of t minus a into u of t minus a equals to e power minus as into f of s. This is the second shifting. Now use this one, Laplace of f of t minus a means f of t is this, f of t is this t square. So t minus a will be, f of t minus a will be t minus a means in place of a we are having 1 whole square into u of t minus, in place of a we are having 1 So we get this one, get the question now, equals to e power minus as. In place of a we are having 1 into s will be s into f of s. F of s is this 2 by s cube, 2 by s cube. So this is the answer. Now see here, watch carefully. Here we want what we have, u of sine t into u of t minus pi. The main concept is here, the unit function consists of t minus pi, t minus pi. So here also we should have t minus pi. Unit function is having t minus pi. You must have here also t minus pi. To get minus pi, you add and subtract sine of t. To get minus pi plus pi into u of t minus pi. First, we are changing the question exactly in the form. So you see, this you consider as theta, sine 180 plus theta. This will become sine 180 plus theta. This is minus sine theta. Sine 180 plus theta is minus sine theta. So this will become sine, you consider this as 180 theta. 180 plus theta is minus sine theta. So this will be minus sine theta is theta, t minus pi into u of t minus pi. Now we change this as t minus pi, t minus pi. So unit function means we have to understand the step function. We have to fill this as the using second shifting method. How to start? Let we take this f of t. F of t equals to minus sine t, minus sine t. F of t equals to, or you can leave minus, you can take afterwards, whatever. F of t equals to. Now let me find, therefore Laplace of f of t equals to minus d by d. Laplace of sine it is a by s square plus a square. So you take this as capital F of s. Let capital F of s equals to minus 1 by s square plus 1. Now you write the formula of second shifting. What is the formula of second shifting? Laplace of f of t minus a, t minus a into unit function t minus a. This is the formula. Its formula is e power minus as into f of s. Now we wrote the formula. Now let me substitute the values. See here, therefore Laplace of f of t. F of t minus a. F of t we are having here minus sine t, minus sine t. So what will this become? Minus sine in place of t minus a. In place of a we are having pi. In place of a, we are having pi. So in place of a you write pi into u of t minus a. In place of a you are having pi. So what is the formula here? E power minus as, e power minus a. In place of a you are having pi, so this will become pi s into f of s. F of s is this minus 1 by s square plus 1 minus s pi by 1. So this is the second question. Now the next question is, see here, e power minus 3t into u of t minus 2. Just now we have seen, if we are having t minus 2 here, we must get here also t minus 2. To bring minus 2 plus 2, add and subtract. Now you separate this e to the power of minus 3 into 2 minus 2, t minus 2 into minus 3 into 2 minus 6. So e power minus 3 into t minus 2 minus 6. You separate this e power, you can write like this. You see here a power m plus n can be written as a power m into a power n. So in that way we write e power minus 6 into e power minus 3 into t minus 2 u of t minus 2. Now it is of the form of second shifting. So what is the method? We have to take f of t equals. So let me take this constant also, e power minus 6 into f of t we have to take. We should not take this minus 2. E power minus 3t. E power minus 3t. Now Laplace of this will be e power, this is constant. Now let me find the Laplace of this. Laplace of this function will be, what is the formula of Laplace of e power as? A 1 by s minus a. 1 by s minus a. We are having this formula, Laplace inverse of 1 by s minus a is e power at. E la a Laplace of this will be e power at. So this will be, sorry, what we have written, Laplace, Laplace inverse, Laplace of e power at is 1 by s minus a. We are using this formula. So 1 by s minus a is minus 3 minus 1 plus. So you denote this by capital F of s. Now write the second shifting. Second shifting is Laplace of f of t minus a into u of t minus a equals to, this is the formula. You see here f of t minus a means in place of the, here in this we have to write in place of t, t minus a. t minus 2. U of t minus a, in place of a we are having 2, equals to e power minus as, e power minus 2s into f of s. F of s is what or we already got this one, e power minus 6 by s plus 3. These are bases same, you add the powers, it will be minus 2s minus 6, take minus 2 common, this will be s plus 3 by s plus 3. So we have done few questions on second shifting. Let me do the same questions on inverse also. Now see the next question given, g of t equals to cos of t minus 3, t minus pi by 3, t greater than pi by 3, equals to 0 if t is less than pi by 3. This conditions clearly shows this is applied to the unit function, unit step function. So I am writing let g of t equals to cos of t minus 3 into unit step function u of t minus pi by 3, u of t minus pi by 3. These conditions can be written as u of t minus pi by 3 because this is step unit function, we can use this condition. So u of t minus pi by 3. Now this is of the second type, second shifting type. So how to do? Let me take f of t equals to cos t, f of t equals to cos t. Now find the Laplace of f of t. This is s by cos, formula is s by s square plus a square, s by s square plus a square. So let me denote this by capital F of s. Now what is the second shifting? Laplace of f of t minus a, u of t minus a equals to e power minus as f of s. So Laplace of f of t minus a means in here we have to write t minus a is pi by 3. So cos of t minus pi by 3, u of t minus pi by 3 equals to e power minus as. A is here pi by 3 into s, f of s is s by s square plus 1, 1 square 1. So you try few questions on this. Now see here, let me do the questions on inverse Laplace of second shifting. Whenever we have e power minus as, this shows that the question is based on second shifting, e power minus as. Whenever we are having e power minus as into some function, e power minus as into some function, we must think that this is the question based on inverse Laplace. So how to find? Watch carefully. First we have to find the Laplace of the other function. Leave this one, leave this one. Let me take this is capital F of s equals to 1 by s minus 3. So its Laplace inverse first we have to find. Therefore Laplace inverse of 1 by s minus 3. What is the formula of Laplace inverse of 1 by s minus 3? E power at, that is 3t. Therefore we denote this by f of t. We denote this by f of t equals to e power 3t. Now let me use the formula of second shifting inverse formula. Second shifting inverse of second shifting is Laplace inverse of what we are having formula, e power minus as into f of s equals to, we are having the formula of this as f of t minus a into u of t minus a. Finish. This is the second shifting. Laplace inverse of e power minus as into f of s equals to f of t minus a into u of t minus. Now let me apply the formula, e power minus as. In place of a we are having 2. So minus 2 s f of s. This is the f of s, that is by s minus 3. 1 by s minus 3 equals to, what is the formula we are having? F of t minus a. You see here, this is f of t, e to the power of 3 into, in place of t we must write t minus a. A is we are having 2, so this will be t minus 2, t minus 2 into u of t minus 2. So this is the question based on first shifting, inverse first shifting. Now the next question, see here, you leave this e power as, you first take Laplace of, you take this capital denote better by f of s equals to s divided by inverse. So if you find the Laplace inverse of s by s square minus omega square, this is formula of cos, s by s square minus a square is cos h at. So this will become cos h, in place of a you are having omega t. Okay, now let me denote this by f of t. F of t equals to cos h omega t. Now you write the second principle formula. What is the second principle formulas? Inverse second shifting. So this is Laplace inverse of e power minus as into f of t equals to, this is the formula, sorry, f of s, f of s equals to, its formula is, what is its formula? F of t minus a into u of t minus a. This is the formula. So let me substitute this Laplace inverse of e power minus as. In place of a we are having a only. In place of a we are having a only. So we write like this: minus as. F of s is s by s square minus w square equals to f of t minus a, means in place of t here we have to write t minus a. A value is a only, so we write cos h omega into t minus a into u of t minus a. So these are few questions based on second shifting. Let me do some other questions. Now see here, next question, watch carefully. Next topic is change of scale property. Change of scale property. Suppose if you are having Laplace of f of t equals to capital F of s, Laplace of f of t equals to capital F of s. If we get in place of t 80, this is change of scale. In place of a, if you get 80, in place of a, if you get 80, then its formula will become 1 by a f of s by a. 1 by a f of s by a. So let me do few questions on this. See here, the question already given Laplace of f of t. So let me denote by this f of s. Let solution. Let capital F of s be 9s square minus 12s plus 15 divided by s minus 1 whole cube. So what is the formula for shifting? Then Laplace of f of 80 will become 1 by a f of s by e. So watch carefully. What will become, in place of a we are having 3. In place of a we are having 3. So this will become 1 by 3 f of s by 3. 1 by 3 f of s by 3. Okay. So see here. Now in this we have to substitute the values equals to, first we write 1 by 3. 1 by 3 into f of s by 3 means in place of s you have to write s by 3. 9 into s by 3 square minus 12 into s by 3 plus 15 divided by, in place of s, s by 3 minus 1 whole cube. Now just we have to solve this one. Now watch carefully, equals to 1 by 3 into whole cube. Yeah. See here, 3 square 9. 9, 9 will get cancelled. 3 square 9, 9, 9 will get cancelled. You get s square minus 3 ones are 3 fours of 4s plus 15 divided by, you take LCM, s 3 into 1 3, s minus 3 whole cube by, you see here 3 cube will become 27. 3 cube will become 27. This 27 will come in the numerator. This, if you bring this, it will be in the numerator. 27 by 3 will be 9. 27 by 3 will be 9. So this will be 9 into s square minus 4s plus 15 divided by s minus 3 whole cube. So this is the question. Now see the question. Find the Laplace of using change of scale property. Let me start from here. We have to see Laplace of, watch carefully, sine, don't take 3 here. Using, we have to use change of scale property. Just take sine ht. So its formula is, what is the formula of sine h80? A by s square plus, sorry, minus a square. 1 square is 1. So this is, so now denote this as capital F of s. Capital F of s equals to 1 by s square minus 1. Now let me use the first shifting, sorry, change of scale. What is the formula of change of scale? Laplace of f of 80 equals to 1 by a capital F of s by a. So in place of a we must write 3. So let me write this Laplace of sine h 3t. What we have to write, in place of a we are having 3, so this will be 1 by 3 into f of s by a, means in place of s we must have s by a is 3 square minus 1. So let me continue this one. If you solve this one, what will happen? S square by 3 square. See here, 1 divided by, I'm writing 3 here. This, if you take 3 square 9, if you take LCM 3, s square minus 9, s square minus 9 by 9. 3 ones are 3 threes are, you bring this in the numerator, s divided by s square minus 9. Therefore, you see here, Laplace of sine h 3t, we got this as s by s square minus 9, s by s square minus 9. Sorry, 3 by 3, no, it's 3 by 3 by s square minus 9. Now, now the question, we have to add this, multiply this with e power minus 3t sine h 3t. When we multiply with e, we must use first principle. What is first principle? In place of s, we must get s minus a. In place of s, we must write s minus a. A is minus 3. Again, minus means plus 3 whole square minus 9. Whenever we are multiplying with e, we have to use first principle. What is first principle? In place of s, we must write s minus a is minus 3. So let me solve this one. Equals to 3 divided, this is a plus b whole square, is a square means s square plus 2ab, 2 3 is 6s. Now plus 9 minus 9 will get cancelled.